Good morning, guys. Getting a later start to the video this morning. Christina just took off with Duncan for church, but we are all, the rest of us, staying here because my dad and I need to go into the house. There's a project we've been meaning to work on for several years now that we're finally going to tackle. Basically, this little water hose here, this little water outlet, does not work. Has not really worked properly since we've lived here, so we're going to try to fix it. So our initial plan kind of fell through there. We immediately found out that apparently the contractors put a padlock on the door to our crawl space. They have all their tools stored under there, so to protect their tools, they asked about it early on, but they didn't actually do it until apparently this weekend. So we can't get under the house, we can't fix that outdoor faucet. So instead, we're doing some cleanup on the bushes out front. It's a bit of a mess out there. I think I mentioned a while back that I took out a little tree that had sprouted up out there. Well, my dad is just attacking it with the clippers. Mom's been out there helping rake things up and clean things up, and we're bagging it all up, and it's looking nicer. The problem is I just showered, so I'm sweating and gross again, but oh well. We're going to take off. You saying bye, Ellis?
Bye.
You say bye.
He smells kind of poopy. He probably has been working hard at it, haven't you? Haven't you? You've been just...
He's reaching. He's reaching. He gets you.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye, bro.
You say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Wave. Can you wave? Can you wave bye? Can you wave bye? Bye.
And it's a little while later. It feels like it's much, much later than it actually is. It's only 4:30 p.m. Christina took off for the store. We're doing a bunch of loads of laundry. Duncan is hanging out upstairs for a little while, watching some TV in his bed. Ellis is pretty thoroughly passed out on the floor. He had some baby food, came back in here and was in his little jumper. He's been going nuts in that jumper all day today. He started getting so tired. I gave him his little pacifier, sat him down to play in the floor, and he just kept like leaning over and kind of drowsing. So I helped him lay down, and he just rolled over, completely passed out. Zonked out, conked out, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just kind of hanging out, kicking back, watching some YouTube videos, still trying to come up with something fun, something entertaining to do for day 365. I think I mentioned it before, and I know you guys have noticed, several of you have noticed, we're actually coming up on day 365 of the vlog, and I'm trying to figure out something fun to do, also kind of trying to figure out what to do moving forward, because I've told you guys before, I don't know exactly how sustainable this is going to be. It's not that it takes a huge amount of time to edit, render, and upload these, but I am doing them super late into the night. And realistically, there's just not all that much that's super entertaining about them. I know several of you guys have commented on how we should just cut it back to when something entertaining is happening, or even do shorter vlogs. Some people want them to be super long, and it's like, if it's super long, it's just going to be me doing this, because Christina, Duncan, and Ellis don't really want to be on camera for 15 minutes a day. I can sit here and blather on indefinitely, but there's really not much sense in that. So I don't know. It's still very much sort of an up in the air and unknown. I have some ideas, I have some thoughts, but I'll keep stewing on those and brewing on those and talking to Christina about it and trying to decide what we should do after we hit 1 year. And I know I've talked to you guys about it in the past, about the potential of maybe pulling all of the family stuff out and just doing like a once a week wrap up of all the family stuff, and then using the rest of the week for like a mail video, like a once a week wrap up, all the things that showed up in the mail for the main channel. Subscription boxes, of course, because those are going to continue to come in. I've talked to Christina about it, maybe even doing challenge videos, of course, maybe even more skateboarding videos, like dedicated, this is what I've learned to do this week in skateboarding kind of things. I don't see how it would really be beneficial for the channel to do it that way, because that's not the kind of thing that's going to inspire people to subscribe and follow the channel. So we do kind of need to decide upon something, upon some sort of consistent schedule, or not. I don't know. I mean, the channel does not necessarily have to be the biggest thing on the internet. It was never intended to be. That's never what the point was. But with the hours and hours and hours that I put in on it, it kind of needs to, I don't know, to become something. Because I put a lot more hours into this channel than I do into my main channel, which is over, I don't know, almost 10 times the subscribership and probably 15 to 20 times the views. Not trying to make it about numbers. I'm sorry if it's coming across that way, but just in terms of the ratio of benefit from it, putting more effort into the main channel does seem to make a little bit more sense. But if I put any more effort in, I'm going to have too many videos. I'm already several videos ahead again. I don't know. I'm going to keep thinking about it. I'm going to keep talking to Christina about it. I do welcome comments from you guys down below. I'm definitely looking into them and reading them and answering as many of them as I can. If this were to shift from just daily videos and occasional subscription box videos to something else, What would you like to see us do? What would you like to see? Obviously, the idea of doing the family weekly recap is going to be a little bit more effort, I think, because it's still going to be filming all the same amount of things as far as the family's concerned, and then having to edit it all down at the end of the week. But if that means not having to stay up until 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning every single night doing it, it might be worth it in terms of my sleep schedule and my sanity. I don't know. I'm just going to keep thinking about it, and like I said, let me know what you guys think down below as well. I'm going to get back to watching some YouTube videos and hanging out. And oh look, it is already quite late, and everyone else is already in bed. It's almost 11 p.m. Not quite, but almost. Ellis had his last bottle and his medicine and everything. Christina took off for bed. We spent the majority of the evening just working on laundry, and I don't even think I mentioned it in the vlog, but she went to CrossFit on yesterday morning. So she was completely just sore. Terrible feeling all over. This is the first time she's ever tried anything like that. They do a burn class on the weekends, and I think they do it during the week at some point as well. She may be doing that moving forward just to try to help kickstart her getting into shape again. I could stand to do something like that myself, but I don't wanna. If I'm going to do any sort of thing like that outside of the house, I'm just going to go to the gym, I'm going to get on the treadmill, I'm going to do weights and whatnot. I don't necessarily want to be in a class, and I've heard a lot of great things about CrossFit, I've heard a lot of bad things about CrossFit, and I don't necessarily want to pick one way or the other. If Christina has a great experience with it, that's awesome. But as for me, I'm going to go ahead and finish things up and head to bed because I am wiped out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know what you think about the potential future of the channel, this channel, moving forward. I can't promise anything, but I suppose we will see. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.